Hi, I'm Mateo. Do you want to learn about Hidden Heroes? Hidden Heroes from A to Z is a cool book that tells the stories of amazing black heroes you might not know about. You'll meet inventors, you'll meet explorers, and leaders who change the world. It's fun, inspiring, and you can learn so much. Get your copy now at hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Let's discover our hidden heroes together.
Three in the morning out there in New York, and y'all asses are still up. I bet y'all still up chilling. What's going on with you? I see a bunch of people piling on in the room as we speak. So I know we're going to get a lot of the overseas folks in here too. Shout out to the people over in the UK, people over in Dubai listening. Where else y'all listening in? Nigeria, Somalia, wherever you are. Shout out to everybody listening in. What's going on with y'all, man? Hope you guys having a productive week so far. While people are piling on in the room, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to get the book, Hidden Heroes from A to Z. Get that at hiddenhistorymuseum.com, hiddenhistorymuseum.com, ladies and gentlemen. Also, go to microphonecheck.com, and the new version, the new revised version of the film Microphone Check, that's going to be out shortly. We're doing some cleanup edits, taking a lot of stuff out, replacing a lot of things in. So that's going to be back on Amazon pretty soon, ladies and gentlemen. So y'all stay tuned for that. Keep your eye out for that. What's up, Harley? We're going to get some calls early because I ain't going to be on too long because it's already late. But I did want to tap in because people get to wondering where I am if I hadn't tapped in a few days. What's up, Harriet Tubman's Pistol? Yeah, we're going to get some of the calls in a second. What's up, Crypto? Let's get some calls because there's people requesting now. Let's get K. K, hop on in, K. So y'all just hop on in early with your questions and input that you might have. What's up, K? Waiting on K to get it together. Did y'all see your girl Kamala Harris? Some of the videos of her. There's a couple of videos and you got a lot of people explaining. I posted up a few videos of her that didn't went viral. One where she was walking out of a record store talking about, yeah, I just had to get some of my favorite records, Roy Ayers and some other jazz records. And I'm like, dude, this is so cringe-worthy, dude. They've been trying to manufacture a black background for Kamala Harris with her getting jazz records. First of all, we already have those records in our homes. Our parents had them, our grandparents had them. So we've already grown up on those records. You would already have them. You wouldn't have to go buy them now. So they've always been, they keep trying to manufacture some type of FBA background for this woman. People be trying to cosplay as us big time. And then there's another video I posted that went viral too, where she's talking about how she makes the best damn greens, how she makes the best collard greens for the holidays, and everybody goes to her for her greens, and she has to soak her greens in a bathtub, and people are like, oh my goodness. Woman, please, where would who would show her how to make greens in her family? She's not foundational Black American. Let's let's just be, come on, let's just keep it above. Her dad is Jamaican, and not a Jamaican. He's like some type of Coley type of Jamaican. He ain't like Bumba Clyde. He ain't one of them Jamaicans. You know, some people are saying that dad might be somewhat East Indian too. He kind of has that look. Nobody knows what kind of Jamaican that dad is. And that mom is full, just straight up and down Indian, East Indian. All right, so where are these greens being made? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? Where are all these soulful ass greens coming from? I mean, yeah, she need to make some videos and teach us how to make some biryani chicken or something like that. But all of these greens, stop it. Come on now, that's insulting. That's very insulting. Let's get LMG. And do we have any Democratic shills in here? Do we have any Democratic shills in the building? We might have some. LMG, hop on, man. Unmute your microphone.
Yo, what's up?
What's up, LMG? Where you from? Ghana?
I'm from Ethiopia.
Ethiopia. There you go. What's on your mind?
Yeah, all good, all good. How you guys doing?
We're great, man. We're phenomenal. Just doing what we do. So what's on your mind?
Not much. I just joined. Just saw the topic.
Yeah, just late night tap in with Tariq. Anything on your mind in particular?
Nah, not much. You ever been to Ethiopia, Tariq?
For a quick second, me and my lady, we were coming from Tanzania, so we kind of stopped by there for a quick second. But I would like to go and just kind of kick it and vibe and just kind of chill with the people and see what's going on. How long have you been over here?
No, I live in Ethiopia. I'm based in Ethiopia.
Oh, you're still in Ethiopia? Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay, cool. So what do you do out there in Ethiopia, bro?
I do. Uh, I do work, export, import.
Oh,
Yeah,
when they say that, that's the scammers be saying that. When y'all hear it, I do import export. Oh, that's that scammer talk.
but
Oh,
I never heard scammers saying that though.
yeah, that's what they say
Usually
over
here
here.
yeah.
All the scammers say they do import export. Oh, when I hear that, the scam is a brewing. But no. What else is going on, man? What you got going on out there in Ethiopia, brother? What do you import and export?
Uh, Agricultural stuff. Basically coffees. Uh, and oil seeds and stuff.
So you export coffee.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Okay. Anything else on your mind, brother?
not much. I just want to say what's up. That's all.
There you go, man. Thank you for calling, bro. All right. Oh Lord. Okay. Man, when they started saying they do that import export, and then my man wasn't quite sure, sounded like he just kind of made it up on the spot. Like, what do you export? Agriculture stuff, like what? Coffee, shea butter, um, 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 baklava. He just saying stuff. Okay, all right, bro. All right. Yeah, when I hear import export, oh Lord, y'all watch out for those words because that's a very vague thing. It's real vague. Like, what do you do? Oh, I do import export. It's real vague. You know, it sounds like you do some real important stuff. Yeah. Jonathan, what's up, brother?
What's up, man? Hey, but when it comes to Kamala, I mean, there's a lot that you can attack on her, man. Whether it's her prosecuting record, and then they want to talk about like all these jobs and things. You gotta realize, had you remember that vaccine mandate they tried to do back in like 2021, 2022?
Yeah.
Had that went through, man, they would have cost me my job. Trump's Supreme Court striking that down actually saved me from losing my job
Oh,
at
wow.
that point. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like that's actually tangible to me.
Right.
So
Right.
so the Republicans can actually attack that. They can attack like the Mitrice Richardson case, the Kevin Cooper case, the Jamal Truelove case. So like I don't think we need to like attack her blackness because then that just gets into semantics because her record is plenty enough to attack it.
Yeah, but and good point. But my thing is when she's doing this cosplaying as a damn FBA, yeah, we're like, come on. We're not even attacking it. It's like, sit your ass down. That's all. We're not even attacking her on that. She's coming around with all these hot sauce bottles and greens, and okay, I just go and make you some samosas or something. Don't do all that. We ain't buying it. That's what we're saying. Not even an attack. We're just not buying it. We're not buying that whole FBA cosplaying game because we know it's not real. She's been running around here claiming her Indian heritage. Keep claiming it. I don't want to hear about your greens and you listening to Tupac and Roy Ayers. Get out of here with that shit, dude. Let's talk about some policies. I don't want to hear all that. Let's get a Mayday. Mayday.
Hey, what's good, Tariq? What's good? What's good,
I'm
man?
good, brother. How are you?
Hey, chilling, man, vibing, bro. Yeah, man. I think when Kamala said when she said she makes greens, I think she meant collard loop, not collard greens, dog.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
Jamaicans, us Jamaicans, we do collard loop, but I don't know what she talking about, man. But
Yeah, she doing the most.
yeah, man.
Go ahead, brother.
I got a question for you, brother.
Go ahead.
Yeah, man. So with you think right now Donald Trump is backpedaling? You think he got them? You know, Kamala has him on his tippy toes right now.
No, Doug, no. Kamala ain't got no real strong base. They're trying to manufacture like this whole image that everybody in the black community is just rolling with Kamala. We're not. We're not. They know it. They were just bragging about all the money that was raised. Black people and raised all this money for Kamala. I don't believe that. I don't believe it. I think there's some white donors that slip something in there. But yeah, we're not really rocking with Kamala like that. She ain't got no policies for us. She ain't got no policies for us. And they got policies for everybody and their mama but us. So we're just not rocking with that. We ain't rocking with it. FBA Stoic. What's up, brother? FBA Stoic. What's up, brother? Hop on.
What's good, Tariq? How you doing?
I'm good, my friend. What's going on with you?
Good, man. I just wanted to say that hopefully voting for the couch make them put some respect on FBAs,
Yep.
because we the only group that they tell forget about our ancestors and what we owe. They don't tell no other group that shit. That's very disrespectful.
Right.
And everything we create, they have to colonize. There's nothing we created yet that they haven't colonized. And microphone check is a perfect example. And I
Yes.
land my plane.
My man, much respect. Yeah, man. The thing is, I just don't like this whole thing where they talk to us on some, y'all better vote. It's never like, hey, if you vote, we got this for you, and if you vote for me, I'm going to provide this specifically for you. It's none of that like they do with other groups. Boy, when this other groups, they are specifically giving tangibles. They are specifically having laws and protections for them. But with us, Kamala eats greens and you better vote. You ain't black if you don't vote for her. I'm so cool on that. I'm cool on that. Where people just talk to us any kind of damn way. Y'all need to be cool on it. Black folks, especially the foundational Black American family, we got to get off this thing where we just sit around and let people talk greasy to us and we act like it's normal because they've been doing it so long and we have absorbed it for so long. We just kind of don't say nothing no more. We got to get off that. We got to really get off that and be like, yo, if you talk to us greasy, we ain't fooling with you. We're just not going to fool with you if you talk greasy like that. And if you don't offer us anything, if you're not trying to give us something specifically, why are you running around here talking about how black you are and black this and black how black people need to do this? We're the only ones who they're telling that we need to vote. We better vote. Black folks better do this and better do that, but you ain't offering nothing. They're offering everything to everybody else except us because they need our numbers, and we need to understand the numbers that we have are important. We can make or break an election. I'm down to break it. Like, no, we're not supporting you. Cool, Miss Cool, hop on, man.
So who are you voting for?
I don't know who's going to give us some tangibles. Hmm.
I'm voting for Kamala.
Okay.
And the reason why I'm voting for her is because I refuse to vote for Trump and allow Project 2025 to go into effect.
So
If nothing else happens, I mean, there's obviously many important things that's going to happen, But if you don't take anything else away from it, the sheer fact that we still have the right to vote at this stage in time, if nothing else matters to you, that should matter to you. Because Trump, that's one of his priorities. That's one of his projects on Project 2025, if you've gone through it.
How are they going to take our right to vote, ma'am?
So it's actually, if you want to reference it, have you had an opportunity to go through it yet,
Yes,
brother?
ma'am. I've seen it. Yes, ma'am.
So, so yeah, it's actually starts on page 451, specifically on the voting rights. The same way, I mean, I'm surprised you asked that question because I know how smart you are,
Mm-hmm.
and I know you know that they. You said what, baby?
Yeah. Yeah. How again? How are they going?
I'm sorry.
How are they going to take our voting rights?
So exactly the way they've already been doing it, beloved. It's not new. They're just expanding
How
it,
how
right?
are they? How
They
are
have
they doing it?
already.
How black people's voting rights are not taken away from us. We can vote anytime, anywhere.
Right. As of right now, beloved, yes. But the same way that they have disenfranchised black FBA black votes, they are very scared of the power of our vote. You're absolutely right. We do have the power. Our numbers do sway elections, and they are fucking scared of that.
Mm-hmm.
So, like for instance, right now, a lot of black folks who have an X on their back, a lot of people mistakenly think that they can't vote. There's only 9 states right now that they can't vote, right? If they're depending on the felony. However, that's one of you can start with 451, page 451 on that specific issue, right? That's just one thing he's doing is wanting to mandate it. So, for instance, the folks who have felonies now that can still vote, he's trying to expand it where that will no longer be the case. That's just one. There's so many, subs. If you've gone through it, there's so many different things. I want to be respectful of the time. I know that you're real good about moving your panel around, but that's just
Yeah,
one
and
big one.
again, that's
And that's going to
not, that's
it's going to disproportionately affect black folks. You know
no, it's
that.
no. That's not when our vote. Our right to vote is not going to be harmed whatsoever. That's for immigrants. Immigrants, they're stopping immigrants from coming over here being allowed to vote, and you're not even a citizen because that's what the Democrats are doing, and I'm for that. We shouldn't have people coming over here. They're not citizens and they're voting.
No, I totally agree.
Right. So yeah, we're not going to be affected. They're not going to mess with our voting rights. That's something that the Democrats say to get us to jump up and say, "Oh, we can't let that happen," and then we get out here.
No, I'm not. What I'm saying is that I'm not. I don't go off of talking
Yeah,
head points. I don't read an
but they
article and take it
do.
as fact. There is
Right,
fake
but they
news. You
have
have to
us going.
debunk. You have to critical
But they
think.
have us going.
You've got to deep dive for
Hold on,
yourself.
They have us jumping out here, and then the immigrants they benefit for what we're standing up fighting for. You understand? And the Project 2025, that's like a boogeyman that the Democrats have created. What's Project do to us? Come on.
I mean, that's such a broad question. It's not created by the
Mhm.
Democrats. It absolutely is created by the Republicans. You know it because they've already testified in Congress. They are literally sitting in your face, and I'm talking about super disrespectful. Just like that, how they got in I can't remember what's homeboy's name. You know who I'm talking about. The founder of the Heritage. His name just flew out of my head, but you know who I'm talking about. The one who testified in front of Crockett, got real disrespectful with her and flipped off, basically did everything but flip her off and say, "Yep, that's our playbook. Yep,
Okay,
we're partnering with
but
Trump.
beloved, but
Yep, it's on his website. It's in
all right,
writing. Like that's
but
not
the
heebie-jeebie.
thing,
I
hold
completely agree with you. Immigrants should not be
hold
getting,
on, hold on, dear, hold on. Project 2025. What's in Project 2025 that's not happening to black folks right now? What's in that thing that we're not being affected by right now under the Democrats? What's in it, dear? Because yeah, they do a lot of boogeyman tactics to try to get us to one
so
side. Now, what's in Project 2025 that we ain't being affected with now as black people?
do you want me to
Go
answer?
ahead, beloved.
So there's so many things, but some of the biggest things that will disproportionately affect black folks is them trying to get rid of the Department of Education and the Department of Justice. So you already know that the police are killing us left and right. We can name them. We can't even name them. There's so many. Most recently, we all are very cognizant of Sonia
Mm-hmm.
Massey. So Project 2025 goes into effect. Boom. You no longer have the federal oversight that Biden and Harris have co-authored. Meaning, for instance, so when you have the police shooting, right, and they lynch us, right, you will no longer have the federal investigation that takes place. Number
Okay, let's
one,
slow down.
that will go away.
Let's
Number
let's
two,
park, let's
okay,
park right there. Who have they prosecuted on a federal level for harming us? There
nobody.
you
That's the
go.
problem.
So they're already not doing anything. You understand what I'm saying? They're not going to scare us and oh wait till when Trump, well they ain't gonna punish nobody. Biden and Kamala ain't punishing nobody. Obama didn't punish not one person. Obama and them when he was in office, the first quote unquote black president, black folks were getting slaughtered by these race soldiers. Obama didn't prosecute nobody. Nobody. They don't do anything. This is why they're not going to sway us with these scare tactics. This is what I'm saying. Everything in Project 2025 is happening now already under the Democrats. This sister who just got shot, they blew this sister's head off. Sonia. Uh, the Biden administration, they're not doing anything. They're talking about an investigation. Man, investigation my ass. If it was an Asian hate crime, man, they would be smashing down on that whole police department or whoever. You understand? They do the investigation thing to kind of kick the can until Trump gets in office, so they'll blame him for everything. Oh, look, Trump didn't do nothing. Oh, look at Trump. Oh, we under Trump's America. Now Trump didn't do nothing about Sonya getting shot. See, we told y'all should have voted. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? This the scare tactics ain't working.
So think about it like
Mm-hmm.
this. So Sonia was killed and lynched in I almost said Michigan. What's it called? Illinois,
Illinois. Yeah.
right? So right in Springfield, Illinois. So just imagine. So I'm in Houston, Texas. Just imagine that it happened here in
Mm-hmm.
Texas. You already know who our governor is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Little Hot Wheels himself, little fuckface Abbott.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got fuckface Cruz and his immigrant ass. Don't even get me started.
Mm-hmm.
But the point is, just imagine if she was lynched here in Texas. Do you think? Do you think, like how the governor did in Illinois? What's his name? Fisker, the billionaire boy.
Mm-hmm. Pritzker.
He. It's thank you. I said Fisker. Pritzker. He's one of the ones that made sure the fucking race cop got immediately fired and charged. He's the one that put the pressure on the police. Do you think Abbott or uh, what's the fucker in Arizona? Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. Do you think he would have done that? Do you think the same thing would have happened if it had happened here in Texas?
Well, the dude,
Do you see what I mean?
well, look, that whole department.
You don't see that connection at all,
But
boss?
I'm saying, yeah, the guy they had to arrest him. I mean, damn, when the video came out, yeah, I mean that was just
No,
undeniable.
they didn't.
Yeah,
Look at all the other ones on video. No,
I
they
mean,
didn't have to arrest them.
literally with that one, they literally had no justification, none whatsoever. You had to arrest this guy, and we're going to see how that
Brother, you
goes.
said the same thing with Rodney King.
We're gonna see how that goes too. Well, we had to turn up in the streets with Rodney King, and that's a
Right.
Democrat city, Democrat state, by the way. So we had to turn up,
Yes, you're
right,
right.
and we had to turn up and produce justice with that. But with the situation with Sister Sonia,
I'm telling you, Master, yeah.
yeah, there should have been an investigation of that whole department, that whole.
Agreed. Well, but see, beloved, that's what I'm trying to say. That is part of the federal investigation now. And by the way, that didn't happen before Obama. I know you referenced Obama, but so for instance, okay, did you get to the part in Project 2025 yet? And read through it on I don't remember the page. I've got it in my on my laptop, but I'm not gonna fire it up right now. But I don't remember the page number because it is so many pages to go through. I think people get overwhelmed by it. So I just try to break down the ones that I care most about, you know, as a black woman.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things I care the most about is Trump giving the full immunity to cops. So let's, for instance, say the next lynching, because that's the only guarantee we have that there will be a next, right?
Mm-hmm.
If Trump is installed again for a second term, then that's when I mean, look at his rallies. There's a reason why that's the party that's going back to blue, and holding up the race police flag, the blue flag. There's a reason why. Pay attention to how the police officers vote.
Man,
Police officers are voting for Trump.
yeah,
And one of the reasons why they're rallying for Trump is because he already has it in writing and with the Agenda 47. Because some people don't think that Trump is on Project 2025, which is completely bogus, but just pretend that he's not. Okay. He says that in his Agenda 47 as well, he's going to give blanket immunity. So, God forbid, on the next lynching, on the next Sonia Massey, that same cop on video and everything, there'll be nothing that
do
we can
you
do.
think Cop Mala is going to punish cops for black people?
Yes, I do.
Man,
I absolutely do. And the reason why I
um,
do is because your state,
man,
if you
has she
really,
done
huh?
it? When has she done it?
So, so for instance, I can't speak to cops going to jail, but this is what I can speak to. So way back when she was DA, and back in your home
Yeah,
state, I mean, and you know what I mean. So remember when she was what was the city? San Francisco, right?
yeah.
So remember when they were setting up the little sting operations and they were going after all the prostitutes and they were trying to charge all the sex workers as even the teenagers as, really charge them. They were setting up the whole sting operation and they got pissed and went against Kamala because Kamala refused to prosecute them. She dismissed and threw out all those fucking cases. She's also the one in California when she got to be attorney general that pushed for the body cams. So I can't speak to actual police
I,
officers that she locked up,
none.
but she doesn't have the support of the police the way Trump does.
No, there we call her Cop
Yeah,
for a
baby.
reason. She bragged about being the top cop. That's a cop. Kamala's a cop. She was a cop, and she was
Right.
locking
Prosecutors and attorney generals, right. That's all part of the
locking
justice. You're
up
right.
left and right, locking black women up left and right, and not punishing any cops. She's not going to punish no cops, and they haven't, and they're not planning to. There's no difference.
So you don't see the difference between that
Not
doesn't
a
make you nervous at
not
all that so many police are voting for Trump and that he's given them promised them blanket
right.
immunity. That doesn't make you
No, it
nervous.
doesn't, because at least he's being honest about it. I don't like for them to sit up and say, "Oh, we're going to have a George Floyd Policing Act," and they never pass it, and you're sitting here.
Well, but they can't pass it when the Republicans keep shutting
Oh
it down, babe.
Lord,
That's why we
oh,
have
it's
to make
the
sure.
Republicans. It's everybody else's fault. No, it's their fault. They could listen. They can have all types of executive orders they want to have right now if they wanted to. That administration, Biden is out the door with his senile ass. They can start having executive orders offering,
I wish they would.
yeah,
Yeah.
protecting black
Too.
people. They had no problem doing this for the Asian community when they had the Asian hate crime and Stop Asian.
Right. They did that so fast. You're
With the
right.
quickness, Kamala Harris told us she can't do nothing for black people that's only going to benefit black people. No. But the Asian community, she had all types of hate crime bills and resources specifically for them. So, no, no, no. We're not playing the benign neglect game no more. Then that's just not going to cut. They got to come with it. They got to bring something tangible. What else are you voting for Kamala for? I mean, yeah, there's a lot of reaches here. What are you really voting for?
So,
Are you in a sorority or
uh,
something? Are you one of the ski wee AKAs?
no, 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 I'm not. I'm not AKA. I didn't pledge. That wasn't my college
Uh,
experience. I was poor.
yeah.
So, they did the Divine Nine, they looked down on me. I beat a couple of their asses though, so it all worked out.
Hmm.
But so the other thing, I mean, there's such a laundry list, but the biggest things that I'm voting for Kamala for is for making sure because my kids are raised. I've grown kids. My babies are 30
Okay.
um and 33. So but I have, my grandbabies. And so one of the things that I'm really concerned about is with the Department of Education. And for instance, one of my daughters, she owns a day school, right?
Hmm.
So I'm very well aware of how her business she's very successful. She's getting ready to open up her second one, but for instance, it would dramatically impact my daughter if the funding goes away for the Head Start programs and for she has so many of her parents, because she's a black business owner and all her babies are black, all her parents are black. um at the day school. And so, for instance, if they take away the Head Start money, which is part of the Agenda 47 plan with Trump, then boom, there goes my baby's business. So just for one
Yeah.
example. Um, so for secondly, I'm now, I'm 51 and, I'm very blessed and grateful to still be very healthy. But, my focus is retirement and preparing, for my winter season, as we say, right? And so I'm very worried about, my Social Security and my Medicare and Medicaid. I don't want to be a burden on my kids. Do you know what I
Mm.
mean? And so I'm, wanting to make sure Department of Health stays in play. I'm certainly not a childbearing age anymore. And I think that one thing that I don't like that I've heard from conservative males specifically is they're like, oh, this is a feminist movement and they want to vote for abortion. This is what I think people miss. You can put that on white women, but you can't put that on black women.
Mm.
What we are voting for more specifically when it comes to that is, so for instance, I had major infertility issues because I have endometriosis. Well, if I don't have the option for my contraceptives and to get my fertility care, then you're literally denying my right to have a child. And people are just caught up like, oh, people want to just have abortions. No, I'm pro life. I'm not pro abortion, but I am pro having my rights. I don't think men would vote, and I think you guys would get a lot more upset if they were mandating some physical change to your body, like, oh, you have 3 baby mamas and you're not paying child support. You're forced to go get a vasectomy. I mean, that's not right. Um, I could keep going, but like I said, I just want to be respectful, and I really appreciate you letting me talk.
Yeah,
But those are some of my hot
there you
issues of why I'm voting for.
for there
Uh-huh.
you go.
For
There
Kamala.
you go. Okay, beloved. All right. Well, thank you so much, dear. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Tariq.
All right. Lord, 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 Lord. See, there's you can't point to anything tangible that Kamala and the Democrats are doing. You see, people got to go through all of these reaches and these stretches. Well, I'm sickly and one of my titties collapsed, or I need some Medicaid. It's that. It's the Liftall program. Lord. Oh goodness. That's no, and the scare tactics, that's not enough. That's not enough. Well, Project 2025 is coming to get us. We're already under Project 2025. It's getting us now. We're already under it. Well, the police gonna have immunity. They already got it. They're not federally prosecuting any cops. They ain't prosecuting nobody federally for us. Yeah, just give me an honest white supremacist. If you're gonna practice white supremacy, just be honest about it. Just say it. Yeah, let's keep it a buck. Just keep it a buck and don't sit here lying to us. Well, we got the George Floyd Policing Act. We trying hard to push it. Them Republicans, they got our fingers tied up. We can't press it like we want to. Shut up. Stop. Um, Black folks love people lying to them. Well, older black folks, not my young folks. Older black folks, for some reason, they love people lying to them. They love it. They love lies. I don't want to hear no damn lies. They come around every 4 years lying. Hey, black folks, listen, I got some catfish nuggets. Ooh wee! Thank you, Kamala. The green tastes a little funny though. Oh goodness, man. All right, let's get Marcus in here. Proud American Jew. Okay. All right, what's up, Marcus? Hop on, man. Marcus, hop on. Unmute your microphone and speak, bro.
What's up, folks?
What's
Uh,
up?
Listen. I mean, look. I'm white. You know what I'm saying? I'm Jewish. I can't speak for all the black folks and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? But I got much respect, and I understand a lot of things, but I just want to bring up a point that there's a lot of things that are being thrown around right now that are misleading a lot of people, and it as
Like
far
what?
as
Like what? Come on, let's spit it out, man. Like what?
what Trump is trying to do, as far as what Trump stands for, as far as what is trying to be accomplished in this country. There's a lot of messed up things going on, and I can't speak for black folks. I know I can't do that. I know I can't do that.
Okay.
You know, I appreciate the black community. I got much love for it and everything. You understand? But um I'm an educated person. I, I'm frustrated that a lot of people believe that, you know, they believe that Trump is just some kind of evil person that doesn't want to do anything for the black community. And you know, I've been hearing a lot of things, you know, a lot of dissension and stuff like that when it comes to Trump as far as the black community is concerned. You know, it look, I want to tread lightly. I'm not trying to overstep my boundaries, right? I want to
Mm.
be respectful, and I'm trying to be respectful. But what I'm trying to say is, it's, I feel as though a lot of things are misunderstood. I've heard stories for a long time concerning Trump and misconceptions. If we go back in the day, right? If we look back in the day, you have guys like Method Man. Look at his album. Look at people like Nas and whatever, and people that, you know. I know this might be a very simplistic, like, use of references as far as, you know, appreciate, as far as like
Don't have
an
to get
accept.
to the point, man. You just
The
kind of
point
babble. Get to the
is
point,
that
man.
I think, I'm sorry, my
All right,
apologies.
stop babbling. Come on, man. You know how to talk. Get to the point.
I do know how to talk,
You're
and
right. Well,
thank you,
talk,
sir.
talk.
And
Stop being
thank
a
you, sir.
comments.
All
Talk,
right, all
talk.
right.
Keep it a buck.
I don't think that Trump is against black people,
Okay.
and I feel as though things. He, you caught me on the spot here.
Come on. You feel as though what? Get it out.
Yeah,
You feel as though what?
I feel as though there are stories that go around. All right, one, he took a woman in. That was, she was a homeless woman. He was walking down the street one day, started speaking with some random homeless woman, right? And she happened to be a black woman.
Okay, and
She
that
didn't
means
have
okay.
much going
Okay.
on
Well,
with life, but there are
point
things
is
like this. This is
okay. So
part of,
your point is he's
and
not
he brought her. But I guess my ultimate point is that he's not against black people, and he supports black people. And I think that the economy, ultimately, and things like that, support the fact that maybe the misconceptions that a lot of people feel that Trump stands for are not accurate as far as the black community is concerned.
okay. Well, let me ask you this: how do you feel on reparations, and should Trump provide reparations since he cares so much about the black community?
Well, you want to talk? Well, are we talking about reparations as far as slavery is
Yeah.
concerned, or
Yeah. Slavery.
something like that?
Slavery in America. Yes.
Slavery in America.
Mm-hmm.
Now, um, well, what are my opinions on that?
Yeah. What's your opinion?
What's my opinion on reparations?
Mm-hmm.
You got me. I
Mm.
I can't say that.
There's
Look,
only
none
two
of
answers.
my family. I'll
There's
say this:
only two answers: yes or no. You're
the
for it or
rubber
it's you're
are
either
the
for
two answers. So the question is: are reparations rightfully due to all
everybody knows.
black folk?
No. For foundational Black Americans who were enslaved, everybody knows that it's due. Are you for them though? Because a lot of people know that it's due, but it's like, hey, f those blacks. Shit happens. That's their mindset. People know that we're owed. No one is owed reparations on this planet more than foundational Black Americans. It's not even a question. Everybody knows that. The problem
I
is,
understand that, and you know what? None of my family had anything to do with that.
mm,
Yeah, but I'll tell you something. Yes,
and
do I
guess what?
do do I feel as though
But hold on,
black people are due reparations?
hmm And by the way, um, my family didn't put anybody in concentration camps, but some of our tax dollars go to pay the descendants of Holocaust victims, right?
Well, we're talking about different things.
Oh
Right?
no, we're talking about compensatory justice. Same thing. What's compensatory justice is compensatory justice, right?
Well, listen, I'm not going to sit here and say that black people weren't, you know, the treatment of black people and how things have gone on through history. I'm not going to sit here and defend what's gone on, right?
Hmm.
I'm not gonna sit here and try to defend that on any level.
Right.
But at the same time, there's a measurement of time. I mean, you're talking about two different situations,
How so?
similar in case, duration of time,
There's no
calculation,
there's,
calculation,
mhm.
calculation.
There's no statutes of limitations, sir. Mm-mm.
But let me ask you. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that maybe there's some kind of way that black people can receive reparations. I'm not saying that. I'm not claiming that by any means. But what I am saying is there is a distinction between that and something that's, you want to go back 400 years and you want to prove that somebody has some kind of claim. I'm not trying to minimize
We're
anything
going back
anybody does,
150 years. Slavery was
but
150
I'm
years.
saying if we go back 400 plus years, and then we go
150
back.
years. 150 years. There's only
But
150 years out of
is it?
slavery.
I think it's easier for us all to go back 75 years compared to 400 years. Now, who can potentially be eligible for such a program? I mean, in simplistic term,
Simplistic
right?
foundation of Black Americans is very easy. The people who can trace their lineage back to slavery in America, and that would be us. It's very easy to determine who's eligible. We've already determined that. Foundational Black Americans, descendants of freedmen. So that's already established.
Okay, okay, that's fair on some level, of
Hmm.
course, and I agree with that. Now, who does the burden fall on? Now, there's the Spaniards
The
that
United
started
States,
the whole thing.
the United
There,
States
there,
government.
there-
No. The
there's
United
Mr.
States.
Johnson that was doing this
No,
directly
the
in the
United
United
States
States.
government. The United States government had us stuck in slavery. We could not
I
get out because of the United States government.
I can't argue that. I can't argue that, and that's obvious history. But
Right.
who who does the blame directly fall on?
The
Now, there are
United
different
States
parts. No, there
government.
are different parts.
No, we're
I
not.
understand where you're coming from. No, sir, please let me speak for a moment. What I'm saying is, yes, okay, the United States definitely has its part in it, right? You can go back to George, to the beginnings of the Constitution and whatever and whatever. But the point is, this falls upon multiple parties.
No,
Who
just the
do you?
United
So
States.
does this come to one? If you want to measure this 400 plus year, it's a horrible thing. It's terrible. It still goes on to this day, and we understand this. Yeah, right. So who is to fully blame? Does it all fall on this? Does it all fall on that? Does it partially fall on this or that? The Spaniards started the slave trade. The Muslims helped with that. Then there are all kinds of other things. And then there's Mr. Johnson that was, was doing this in the United States himself as a black man.
Well,
Right? And listen, I'm not undermining slavery by any means.
Anthony
Please
Johnson.
understand. Please understand.
Anthony
Please understand.
Johnson, the
Yeah,
Anthony Johnson myth.
thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you, sir. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Mhm.
Thank you for correcting me. But what I'm saying is, as far as all of these different variables are concerned, do you point blame at one spot? Well, there's a lot of people to blame.
No, it's just the U.S. government. It's the U.S. government and all that falls under that because the entire government benefited. The United States military was used to bring us back into slavery when we tried to escape. When we were going down to Florida and Spanish territory, Jackson sent the U.S. military to fight us and bring us back. They had the Fugitive Slave Act. Whenever we tried to get out of slavery, they would use federal government laws to enslave and keep us enslaved. The whole United States government was built off of our labor. Everything came
I will not. I will not argue against that. The
right.
hard work of black people that came here, that were forced to come here. All
And
right.
some who are
Now,
already
these,
and
now,
some who
now,
are
now,
already
well,
here.
wait a minute. While we're speaking about this, right? Now, believe me, I'm not going to sit here and argue with you about this. I wouldn't be here on this forum and be talking about these things. But I just want to try to separate certain things and try to figure out what's what, right? Now, we're speaking about different things right now, right? So, if we're talking about there, it, I feel as though on some level it can't fully fall on the U.S. government.
Who
Now,
else is it going to fall?
wait. Do I think that reparations might be due to black folks? I think on some level, yes.
Who else then? Let's get to the point. Who else do you think besides the U.S. government should be responsible?
Mr. Johnson,
Anthony
what's going on in Africa? Who facilitated it? Right?
Anthony Johnson, he was black, but who
Mi-
just said he was
Right.
African?
Well, wait. Okay, right. Mr. Right. Anthony Johnson. You go back to Africa, how that was facilitated, how the situation was created. There are multiple parties here. The Spaniards, who started the slave trade, the Muslims, it was North African.
Mm-hmm.
They
The
they
Moroccan
had something to do with starting that as well.
the Moroccan Empire isn't an easy
Right. Wait.
story.
Yeah, right. That's part of it. I mean, you understand the history. We're
This,
speaking directly. You're asking about what specific
but
entities or
you're
whatever it is.
talking about entities that don't really exist no more. The Moroccan Empire, as it was then, doesn't exist anymore. Some of the African nations that were participating, they don't exist anymore. Spain, it's not the superpower it was, and the Spanish territories, they got their own claims. If people want to file a claim against the Spanish territory, that's on them. The continental United States was not a Spanish territory except Florida. So it's the US government. And because when black people tried to go into Spain and to Spanish territory, the U.S. government went in and got them and tried to get them out, and they had the Seminole Wars, and black people were fighting back. So it's the U.S. government. It all falls back on the U.S. government, sir. That's all it is. But anyway, thank you so much. Thank you, sir. I don't want to hear this guy babble. I don't want to hear Mayo babble because he's babbling and explaining, and it's so nonsensical. Let's get Amir. Let's get Brother Amir, and then we're gonna get Average.
Yo, what's going on, man?
What's up, Amir? How are you, brother?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. I was looking into the situation with Miss Massey, and
Yeah.
yeah, I decided to finally go and try to look at the whole video of her and that whole incident. And right at the moment where the cop was shooting at her, I played it back a few times and put it on super slow motion, and looked like it looked like she grabbed that pot and was throwing it straight at him. So I was wondering what people think about that, if
Yeah.
people had noticed that or what.
Yeah, that's basically on some I'm white and I say so. She wasn't throwing the pot at this guy. She wasn't throwing the water at that guy. That's basically the new version of George Floyd died of fentanyl. You understand? They're trying to blame her for that race soldier shooting her in the face like that. All right. And as a black person,
Oh yeah, I mean,
and Amir, as a black person, that's cowardly for you to even regurgitate a bullshit talking point like that. Out of
it's not a talking point
Yeah,
though.
that's cowardly. It's easier to be a coward than to say, "Hey, man, this race soldier, they violently did a racial killing, and I can't really doing anything about it." It's hard to say that, which is the truth.
I don't support it. I don't support what happened to her
But saying that cowardly shit, you just
whatsoever. And
saying that, well, she looked like she threw the water, though. That's coward talk. You understand that? That
play it in slow motion at 10 minutes 40
I've seen the
seconds.
slow motion. That's a coward ass narrative.
Unless that's a doctor, unless that's doctored footage,
See,
it
here,
just I thought that she was just standing there and
that's
that she wasn't,
coward.
responding in any
Family
way,
from
which would make it a lot
family
more
from
bad, you
where
know what I mean?
family
But
from, Amir?
nah, I'm FBA,
Oh,
baby. It ain't got nothing to do with
family
that.
from
I was really, it's really sad for me to see the footage
where,
myself, but I saw it and there it is. So y'all go look at it. It's on my timeline. I just
we
posted it.
saw it. We saw it. She wasn't a threat to that officer. That
I'm saying she was a threat. I
right.
agree. I don't think they should have
Yeah.
shot her, but she wasn't just standing
Yeah.
there.
She was just standing there. They told-
Because she
they-
squatted down, and then when she was squatted down,
dude,
she like from that squatted position, she grabbed that pot and hurled it at him. Like, go look at that video, man. Go look at it. It's on my
process
timeline. Watch it in slow motion at 10 minutes and 40 seconds, and y'all will see it for yourself.
explaining for that white man.
I
You
personally,
explaining for the white man, dude. You explain.
hey, go. Y'all will see it. You'll see it.
That's cowardly.
I don't. I think it's
That's very cowardly. Where are you from, for real? I'm looking. They were showing me your picture. Who's white in your family?
the truth of it
Who's
is just what it
white in your
is.
family?
Look, I'm FBA.
Who's
I'm a Black American.
white
I come from a
in
long
your
history. I come from a long history of Black
Who's
Americans,
white in
generations.
your family?
You heard what it
Who's
is,
white
man.
in your family, sir? Is it your mother or your
Okay.
father?
Neither one of my parents.
Sir? You look like a dark white dude.
Well, I'm not.
Who's white in your family, sir?
Like I said, man,
Quiet.
y'all check out the footage,
Okay, you quiet. He's quiet for a reason, and you splaining for a reason because you're in that racist ass suspected white supremacist cop. You see a family member in that. Yeah, you see a family member in him for you to be splaining like that. Any black person, and I saw Candace Owens splaining. All the cowards are splaining. Anybody halfway justifying that sister getting executed like that, you are a low life coward. Don't try to tell me about some pot and then, well, you slow it down a little bit. You do see it. Just say you're a damn coward. You're a coward. You feel powerless, and look, we're in a powerless position. But say that. Say, hey, look, we got to figure out how to empower ourselves so that we're not this vulnerable. Because this, let's be real, that race soldier doing that, it made a lot of black people feel powerless. Like, damn, man, they can just walk in and blow us away. It's hard. That's a hard pill to swallow because now you got to get serious. You got to be like, okay, we got to do something, and we might have to lose our lives doing something. Like the brothers and sisters in the late '60s, early '70s, they said we're gonna do something, even if we have to lose our lives. We're not just gonna let people come in and blow us away and blow our wives away and our mothers, our sisters, our daughters, our sons. Yeah, we're gonna have to do something. So instead of people saying, "Hey, we got to do something," well, it look when she did kind of look like she had kind of threw it at him a little bit. Uh, Cowardice is not the option. Just you're being a coward. You're being a damn coward. And you should be recognized as the coward you are if you sit here and remotely justify that woman getting blown away like that. Average black, hop on, brother.
Oh, thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Appreciate you for having the patience that you do dealing with these last two speakers. First, you had the
Yeah.
market guy who has, he's a very close second to paint drying with his personality.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna replay that part of your show when I want to go to sleep because that dude
Mhm.
sleepy. The other guy, Amir, you kept asking him about his family. He kept being elusive, would not answer. He wouldn't confirm or deny anybody was white in his family. And like you said, it's very cowardly to support some shit like that. Let's play devil's advocate for just 2 seconds, right? So the distance that she was with that pot of water, you would be able to telegraph her reaching with the pot, dipping it down, and making the motion of even throwing it your way, and you'd have enough time to dodge it. That's number one, right? And it's just hot water. Thing is, though, that pot of water stayed there on that counter. It did not move. I've seen the slow motion video. It just stayed there. She had her hands on it. She did not motion to throw it. It never moved. He said, I'll shoot you in the fucking face. He was already hostile, and they were guests in her home. She called them, and she was treating them like guests, and they talked about her going to get the hot pot of water. So there was no hostility.
Told her to get it. They told her to turn it off. Yeah.
Yeah, that part. So you have that. And then you get a coward trying to say, well, she had the hot pot of water. And then to land my plane to your great point is this the cowardice and the unwillingness to fight back. This is where I leave it at. We don't gotta respect if people don't respect your right to exist, why do you gotta respect their opinion on your humanity or their systems in which to separate you from your humanity? You don't got to. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And so I'll leave it there. This is a new page. Same average. Follow your boy. I appreciate you.
Much respect, brother. But let's get Great Black in here.
Salute to you, black man. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing fine, man. Blessed to your family and thank you for everything you've been doing for our people. I'll be very brief. First and foremost, to that Marcus guy, the Jewish man, let me say something to all you white supremacists and cowardly, passive aggressive white supremacists like that. When you come into these spaces, you're not talking to people that you're educating, nor are you going to sway those of FBA lineage. We know our history. The bottom line is we are advocating for cash payment reparations and anti-black hate crime bill. So when you come into these spaces trying to take both sides of an argument, we see that, okay? You're not educating us on anything. Speaking to the Sonia Massey of that race soldier there that killed our sister, that is very cowardly because anytime there's a execution of the women and children in the community, that's an open act of warfare.
Yes,
And
it
we're
is.
not going to tolerate that at all by any means necessary. We will protect our people. We have a God-given right to exist in this country that we built and our ancestors bled and died for. So anybody coming over here trying to defend that, you're showing that, one, if you are of our lineage, you're descended from those that wanted to stay on the plantations. And number two, if you're a tether, that goes to speak for itself because you're too ashamed to even say where you're from most of the time. and you won't go back to your homeland and build anything and fight for what you should make it to be. And the final point I want to land with is this, and give some encouragement, especially to the young foundational Black American freedmen listening to me. Do not let these older people, and I won't disrespect the sister that came up talking about she's going to vote for Kamala, but when it comes to them talking about what the Republicans blocked, our people need to understand one thing, and I'm speaking primarily to the younger people. The Democrats and Republicans are best buddies, okay? They take those labels off, liberal and conservative, off like jackets.
Yep.
They go behind closed doors and tell the Republicans, like, look, we got to give the niggers something, so we're going to need you to come out there and filibuster. The filibuster is a rule, not a law, by the way. And it's political theater, so they work hand in hand. So I just want the young foundational Black American freedmen to be aware of that. And you white supremacists that come over here, you got to get out of this mindset thinking that you're talking to unintelligent Black people. All of us know our history over here. There's not going to be any sidestepping or distraction. The United States government owes our lineage a debt, and it will be paid. Well, that's it. I land my plane. Salute.
So much, man. Real facts. Yeah, we got to understand the Democrats and Republicans, they play good cop, bad cop. They all work together with each other and they get around us. The Republicans, they're the bad cops, and the Democrats, they're the good ones. So, look, I want to get a crime bill. I would love to get the George Floyd Policing Act, but them Republicans, it's them. So just you keep supporting me. I will go in there and fight them for you. I go in there and fight them real good. Yeah, this is good cop, bad cop, dude. They always, when it comes to doing something for us, boy, their hands are tied. Ooh, my hands is tied. I'm trying now. We need to see that's the table. Man, don't get the hell out of here with that. We ain't going for that. Where's the Hancock guy? Hancock guy. There was a white man here. I wanted to have him up, and he bounced. He was raising his hand. I wanted to have him up in here. Mr. Hancock, where'd you go, man? Let me get you back up here. All right. Let's see. I wanted the guy up here to see what he had to say. What's up, Nikki the God? I see you, dear. Let's get Hamdan. Let's get Hamdan in the building. I see my sister Wani Spots down there. Everybody wave hi to Wani. Give Wani a good wave.